Is your child starting primary school or getting ready to start high school in 2023? Then it's time to start looking for a school to send your child to. The Gauteng Department of Education has created a step-by-step, easy-to-use online admission system that keeps parents informed all the way. The admissions online application system will open for applications to grade 1 and grade 8 at 8 in the morning on the 22nd of July and close at midnight on the 19th of August 2022. Placement will commence on the 3rd of October and end on the 30th of November 2022. Please note that the Gauteng Department of Education's online admission system is the only official online system to apply to schools in the Gauteng province. No school is allowed to issue any other registration or admission application forms for grade 1 or grade 8. Parents that are applying for grade 8 must ensure that their details are accurate at the public school where the child or children are currently in grade 7. Now, let's look at the admission period, which is made up of 3 separate processes. The first is the registration and placement process. This is when parents complete the online application for grade 1 and grade 8. Remember to submit the required documents within 7 days after making your application. Next is the placement process, and, as the name tells us, this is when an applicant is made an offer of placement by a school in line with qualifying criteria and, of course, the availability of space. Remember that in order to be placed, the applicant must accept the offer. Lastly is the admission to a school. After finalizing the placement process, the child is admitted to a school. To use this online admissions application, you first need to register and create a profile. To do this, go to www.gdeadmissions.gov.za and click the Register button. You need to provide a valid and reliable cell phone number to receive the SMS with your username and password after registering your personal details. You must keep these details safe as you will need them to log into the system at any time. To complete the application, you must follow these 5 simple steps. Step 1. Parent registration. This is where you, as the learner's parent or guardian, will need to fill in your personal details. Step 2. Registration of address details. This step allows the parent to search and submit the addresses to be used for the processing of their application. The parent will be expected to provide a home address and/or work address where applicable. Once this step is submitted, the parent will be able to proceed to Step 3, Learner Registration. Step 3, Learner Registration. This is where your child's details are filled in. Step 4, Apply to schools. Here you can select a school that you would like your child to go to. However, it is important to apply to a school with a feeder zone that covers your home address. Step 5 is Upload or Submit documents. Documents must be uploaded on the system or submitted to the schools applied to within 7 days of making the application. This step allows the parent to upload their documents electronically on the system. Parents will be expected to upload their documents and documents for each child. All schools applied to will be able to see the uploaded documents. The parent still has the option to submit their documents directly to all the schools that they apply to. Be reminded to submit the proof of residence, as this document is used to find space in a school with a feeder zone that covers the parent's home address where the child resides. You may apply to a maximum of 5 different schools for each child. Please remember that each school can only take in a limited number of learners each year, and that there may not be space for your child at the school that you prefer. Remember that the department published the feeder zone policy and amended admissions regulations in 2018 and 2019. This means that the principle of first come first served will no longer apply as a rule. Instead, the online admissions process looks at various criteria to determine which school is best for your child. The criteria are, number 1, if your home address is within the school's feeder zone. A school feeder zone is a demarcated residential area and geographical location from which a school admits learners. Here you can apply to a maximum of 3 schools simultaneously. Priority will be given to place learners who live closest to the schools within the feeder zone. Number 2, a sibling or previous school. You select this option if you want your child to go to the same school as their sibling, as long as that sibling is not in grade 7 or grade 12. The previous school option is available only for applications to grade 8. You may select this option if your child is currently in grade 7 at a school that falls within the same feeder zone as the high school you want to apply to. Number 3. Work address within school feeder zone. Select this option if your work address and not your home address falls within the feeder zone of the school you want to apply to. Number 4. Home address within 30 kilometers. Select this option if the school you want to apply to is within 30 kilometers of your home. This means you're not applying to a school that covers your home address in their feeder zone. Number 5. Home address beyond 30 kilometers. Select this option if the school you want to apply to is beyond 30 kilometers of your home. This means you're not applying to a school that covers your home address in their feeder zone. And lastly, schools of specialization. Select this option if you'd like to send your child to a school of specialization. Note that your child will have to pass an admissions test, audition, or sporting trial for placement at the school. Be reminded that the applicant who applies first will not be placed first. The applicant who lives in the school feeder zone at a home address that is closest to the school will be placed first. All schools and district offices will be assisting parents who do not have computers or Wi-Fi at home to submit online applications. Please do not rush to schools or walk-in centres when the system opens. Be kind enough to comply with protocols of the COVID-19 pandemic. To protect yourselves as well as learners and staff at schools from the spread of the coronavirus, 47 walk-in centres are available in different areas across the province. Please consult the list of decentralised venues on the system. These walk-in centres will open at 9 a.m. and close at 3 p.m. on weekdays. For more details on how to complete this application form, please look at the step-by-step admissions online application user guide for the 2023 learner intake, as well as a step-by-step video tutorial which can be found at www.gdeadmissions.gov.za. After completing each application, you will receive an SMS confirming that your application has been submitted. The SMS will be sent to the cell phone number you provided earlier when you registered parent details. To view the list of documents required, please log into www.gdeadmissions.gov.za. Schools and districts will finalize the document verification process and the preparation of school waiting lists before the commencement of the placement process. Expect to receive an SMS with an offer of placement from the 3rd of October 2022. The placement process may continue until the end of the year. Once you receive an offer of placement from a school, you need to log into the system and click Accept. You will need the username and password received upon registration. Parents will be able to accept an offer made by the first school while still waiting for other offers from other schools they have applied to. Space will be reserved for that applicant at the first school as long as no other offers are accepted. However, if the parent accepts an offer from another school, the space at the first school will no longer be available. Note that this is only applicable if more than one school that you applied to has space to accept your child. Once the final offer is accepted, your child has officially been accepted at that school. Play your part. Apply online from the 22nd of July to the 19th of August 2022 to secure your child's space in a public school.